Now at 5, snow starting to pile up all over the area. There's more on the way. A winter storm warning now in effect.
We have you covered with everything you need to know to stay safe in your home and if you go out on the roads, as the news at 5 starts right now. It is snowing now, and more snow is on the way. You can see it covering the roads in this live look from Storm Chaser 5. The road conditions have gotten worse overnight as the snow accumulates. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Patrick Fazio.
And I'm Michelle Relaford, and you know what? This is just the beginning. Only the first part of a 1-2 punch of winter weather that is hitting us this week. You can see the snow falling fast here in downtown Chicago. It is even worse as you head to point south. Several schools are closed, and we do have that information for you on your screen at the bottom there.
And we have team coverage to get you ready and help you stay safe if you do have to go out in this winter weather today. We have Alicia and Aisha tracking your forecast, Lisa and Sandra with a look at the conditions on the ground, and Kai is keeping an eye on your commute with Storm Chaser 5.
So let's begin with the latest on the forecast with Alicia Roman. Heavy bands still coming.
Yeah, and you mentioned the worst is farther south, and that's where we have been seeing some of the higher snowfall totals at this time. Kankakee already reporting up to 5 inches of snow. We will definitely add to that, and that's the reason why we have the winter storm warning in place for all the counties that you see in pink. So that includes central and southern Cook County, as far west as LaSalle County, and across northwest Indiana. That continues until tonight at 6. The National Weather Service has added Lake County under a winter weather advisory. Also included in that is northern Cook County, Kane, and DeKalb County. So this is our pinpoint radar. This is the larger view. You could just see how large this system is. We'll zoom in, and I kind of changed the color bands just so you can see some of those really intense snowfall bands that we've been talking about this morning. Notice just to our south, southern Cook County through Will County and Kankakee, those very dark blue bands indicating that heavy snowfall. We are seeing snowfall rates anywhere between 1/2 inch up to 1 inch an hour. So definitely that will add to piling up all that snow this morning and early afternoon. Let's talk about the temperatures. We're in the 20s right now, and I do expect those numbers to drop a couple degrees as we head through the morning. And quickly, I want to show you visibility because it's getting worse out there. Visibility down below 1 mile at Wheeling over at the Executive Airport there, below 1 mile now at O'Hare, over in DuPage as well. So Kai, the visibility is falling, definitely having an impact on the roads this morning.
All right, thanks Alicia, and I'm seeing that in the form of how fast or slow you're able to travel. So in northwest Indiana, average speeds are dipping below 40 miles per hour, as they probably should at this time. So coming in on the Indiana Toll Road, I-65 and the Borman, definitely slower than normal. Westbound Borman at Indianapolis still have a stubborn jackknife semi cleanup. It's still in a couple of lanes. As we head over a little bit toward the west, westbound I-80 Tinley Park at Harlem, a semi off of I-80, they're into a ditch, so that's something to keep in mind. Everywhere you look sort of in the Joliet area, Will County, we are seeing this slow traffic. Southbound 55 still have an earlier crash here at US 30, and then heading on into the city, not too many problems on the Dan Ryan inbound. There is a crash in the locals. That's at 43rd. Let's take a look outside and go back out to the suburbs with one of our tollway cameras. This is very, very dicey here. This is the Reagan Tollway at I-355 in Downers Grove. You can see how slow folks are going on I-88. Normally, people would be zooming along, of course, but it is very slow out there. A lot of plows. That is great to see from the Tollway Authority. So that is definitely some good news. But again, Downers Grove is definitely tight. Well, let's go back to the city now. Our Sandra Torres is in Fulton Market. She's over the Kennedy Expressway. And Sandra, it looks like that wind and possibly the cold could be a factor as well as visibility.
Absolutely, Kai. It definitely feels colder out here, and the snow has been steady since we arrived here around 3:30 this morning. And if you look at the Kennedy right now, with the Madison ramp right there behind us, even though plows have been coming through, it has been tough for them to catch up because the snow just continues to fall this morning. The roads are certainly covered in snow. They are wet and very slick this morning, and that is certainly causing some issues on the roadways. If you take a look at at images that we got into our newsroom within the last hour. There's a vehicle that actually slid onto a ditch. This is on the Kennedy near Ohio Street, and crews were on the scene helping pull that vehicle out. The driver appeared to be okay, but that's likely the kind of issues you'll encounter this morning on the roadways. So definitely one of those mornings where you want to take your time on the roadways. And as you go further south, even more so, let's go live to Storm Chaser 5. Our photographer Joe Miglio behind the wheel there. He's on I-57 in Matson, and he's telling us that throughout the morning he's been driving in very dicey conditions. He says vehicles with rear-wheel drive having a very tough time, some driving 10 to 20 miles per hour depending on where they are. Even though plows have gone through, they're just not able to keep up. Now back here in the city again, looking live at the Kennedy, traffic slowly starting to pick up. We have not seen any issues here in this area, but again, we'll have an update for you in about 30 minutes. Reporting live here over the Kennedy, I'm Sandra Torres, NBC 5 News.
Hey there, Sandra. We are live out here now in Oak Forest, and I don't know about you, but I've been getting pelted in the face by the snow out this way. But I want to show you what the Metro station out here looks like, and you can see that crews, they were out here maybe about an hour ago plowing the roadway, making sure things were clear if you need to head out this morning. So if we come back over here, you can see the plow trucks, as Sandra had been mentioning, they've been going through here. This is what is left over from the street as those plows have been clearing the roadway. If we go over here, you can see we're at the intersection of 159th and Cicero, and you can see that there is absolutely no lane definition. And we have been consistently seeing plow trucks coming through here. But the thing is, as you can see, you know what, Rick, if we want to show one of the lights up here, I want to show them how much snow is falling. There you go. You can see how much snow now is falling here. That gives you a little bit of a better perspective up here. And with that, the plows just simply cannot keep up with this. So if you have to drive out here, the big key to this is allow for extra time. Do not follow anyone too close, because with this type of snow that we're seeing kind of compact against the walkway. So look at this. This is almost kind of like ice. So this is the problem, is that we have these very frigid temperatures, and then you have the snow like this. It almost makes it even more slick than what it normally would be. So make sure, allow for that extra time. Give that space between vehicles so that way you can get to your destination safely. Reporting live in Oak Forest, Lisa Chavarria, NBC 5 News.
Yeah, Alicia says as much as an inch an hour. Really tough to get ahead of this. Lisa, thank you very much. And right now we do have some good news, as we are seeing a decrease in the number of people dealing with power outages. ComEd reporting 20 customers without power. That is down from 141 just a few minutes ago. 32 NIPSCO customers are reporting outages, and more than 1,300 people were in the dark last hour. And the number of NIPSCO customers reporting outages, well, that could go up, as most of its customers are in those areas expected to get hit the hardest by this storm. Of course, if you need to report an outage, you can call the numbers there on your screen, 1-800-EDISON or 1-800-4-NIPSCO.
And Michelle, CTA crews have been working all morning to keep the L and bus network running, so you might want to give yourself some extra time for any possible delays. Meanwhile, Metra is warning of potential service disruptions and delays today. It is directing commuters to its website, metra.com, so you can check specific train information.
And we are also keeping track of delays and cancellations at our airports. O'Hare, there are 299 cancellations there already. At Midway, we now have 78 cancellations to report so far. The average delays at both airports are less than 15 minutes.
Well, here at NBC 5, we want to make sure you and your family stay safe, of course.
And this morning, we have a few tips for you to help you get through this storm. So first up, stay home, of course, if you can. Stay tuned to the news or your weather radio. Also, keep your phone fully charged in case your power goes out and you want to bring your pets inside. You need to eat regularly, conserve fuel, and also lower the thermostat to 65 degrees during the day and to 55 5 at night. And another reminder to check on your relatives, neighbors, and friends who are elderly or people you know live alone.
Eat regularly. That's how I prepare the best.
That's not too tough for me either.
And if you have to go outside, of course, take precautions. You know, wear layers. It's colder than it was yesterday. We almost hit 50 yesterday. You might want to cover your mouth to protect your lungs and try to avoid overexertion from shoveling heavy snow or walking in deep snow. And of course, watch for signs of frostbite. Try to stay dry. And of course, you want to walk carefully, like always, in the snow and icy conditions, and try to use public transportation when you can. All right, right now, a winter weather ban is in effect on Indiana toll roads until 5 p.m. tomorrow. That means the following vehicles are not permitted on the toll road: triple tractor trailers, all doubles, high-profile steel haulers, or high-profile oversized permit loaders. They want you just to take the day off if you have those.
All right, well, we have much more coverage of the winter storm online. You can track the radar and the temperatures on our website, NBCChicago.com, and on the NBC5 app. Well, still to come for us, we have a look at how this snow is affecting your commute.
And our storm team is tracking the latest snow totals and advisories. Hey, Alicia.
Hey, Patrick. Hey, Michelle. Some of your viewer photos and videos coming in. Mia Spana Curtis sent us this video, or picture rather, over in Westmont. She recorded about 4 inches of snow already over in Westmont. Of course, our Aisha Scott will have a complete look at our snowfall totals, but the snow just continues to come down. Looking at Live Doppler 5, look at those heavy snow bands in the darker blue. That's indicating snowfall rates of 1 inch an hour for some locations. We'll continue to track this, let you know how much snow to expect when it's all said and done. That's coming up right after this.
The gift of love, high-quality lab diamonds. Diamond hearts just $99. 1-carat solitaires $9.90. 2-carat studs $19.90. 3-carat 3-stone rings $34.90. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Exchange, Villa Park.
In 1924, my grandfather started our family practice of law. Since then, we've made it our mission to fight the massive insurance companies. I'm Cliff Horowitz, and I've won many record-setting jury verdicts. I'd also won what was the largest verdict for a back injury, brain injury, neck injury, CRPS, and the largest verdict for a construction worker. The largest. Insurance companies have no problem ruining your life, but I've got a problem with it. I'm Cliff Horowitz. Call me.
With ABC, stay warm this winter with a new furnace and prepare for the summer with a new AC. Save up to $2022 on your new heating and cooling system with no payments until 2023. Plus, installation as soon as tomorrow, or it's free. Schedule your no-cost, no-obligation in-home consultation today and get up to $2022 off your new system. For all your service and installation needs, trust ABC and consider it done.
The Winter Olympics begin February 3rd on NBC and Peacock.
Brought to you on NBC5 by North Shore University Health System. Healthcare for what's next.
This winter, Comcast Business is helping Team USA and businesses across America stay ahead. Keep yours ahead, too, with reliable connectivity and secure solutions on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. And get access to over 20 million Wi-Fi hotspots from coast to coast. So no matter what big event comes up, your team can be ready for what's next.
Fast speeds and advanced security, together for $60 a month. Plus, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle.
Window Nation is here to beat the winter cold with their 000 sale. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest until 2024. Plus, get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. No limit. This offer is only valid through the end of the month, so call today. 866-95-NATION or online at windownation.com.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
And Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin.
So when allergies attack,
take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D at your pharmacy.
Welcome back. We are continuing to follow this winter storm hitting our area this morning. Taking a look outside right now, we've got a bean blanketed in several inches of snow out there. Hopefully you can just enjoy the view from inside your window because we got some heavy bands still coming down right now. But if you have to venture outside, we're going to get you through this, right, Patrick?
That's right. It's a vanilla flavored bean out there. A frosted bean. The snow.
Frosted bean, yes.
Yeah, the snow started late last night and hasn't stopped, covering streets and making for some tough travel conditions. Our storm team meteorologists have everything you need to know this morning.
That's right. We're going to get you started with Aisha Scott. And Aisha, you've been tracking the totals of snow just continuing to go up.
They do continue to go up, Michelle, especially farther south. That's where we're seeing some of those higher numbers this morning. And obviously it's still snowing, so that snow is going to continue to come down, which means these numbers are going to continue to go up. So Streeter right now, 7 inches of snow. Again, it's still snowing. 4.5 in Braidwood, Kankakee, almost 5 inches of snow. That was the latest report. Just over 2 inches of snow in Crest Hill and Homer Glen, just over 3 inches of snow. So all of these have been coming in from the National Weather Service. Obviously, if you're taking your totals out there and you want to share your pictures with me, just send them to my Twitter page, my Facebook page. I'll certainly get your numbers in here. But so far, we've seen the heaviest snow or the higher totals farther to the south, and that's going to be the trend as we go through the rest of today. Now, speaking of today, we are expecting that snow to continue, so I want to bring in meteorologist Alicia Roman, because Alicia, what are we seeing on the radar right now?
Right now, we have the heavy snow bands, especially to our south, so definitely what we saw in Streeter with that 7-inch band, we are seeing those heavy snow bands continuing to move through portions of LaSalle County. Notice that some of the thicker snow bands continue to stay south, and that's been what we've been forecasting all week long, that the higher snowfall totals will stay to our south, the lower snowfall totals will stay to our north. So we'll take a look at Live Doppler 5. I'll stop it just so you can see where some of those heavier blue snow bands are setting up. Southern Cook County through Will County, definitely through Kankakee, now moving across portions of northwest Indiana, northern Newton, Jasper County, some heavy snow bands for you, and southern Porter and Lake County, northwest Indiana, heavier snow bands setting up for you at this time. Remember, we are seeing some of those snowfall rates of about 1/2 inch to 1 inch an hour. So that's piling up rather quickly out there this morning. So the toughest part of the day today will definitely be this morning, as we will see the heaviest snow early. That snow will taper this afternoon. So the most potent storm will come through this morning, or round of snow will come through this morning. And then the second round of snow later tonight through Thursday, not as significant with our snowfall totals, but definitely going to enhance some of those snowfall totals a little bit as we go through the day on Thursday. Travel impacts out there for sure this morning, perhaps later this afternoon, and then perhaps again some tricky travel for the morning commute on Thursday. Speaking of the commute, I want you to keep in mind visibility keeps going down because of the snow. Visibility at O'Hare down below 1 mile, down below 3 miles at Midway, down below 1 mile in DuPage, Waukegan, Valparaiso. Temperatures out the door this morning in the 20s, and those temperatures will continue to fall as well as we head through the morning. Let's take you through Stormcast as we head through the morning and into the afternoon. Notice no major change by 11 o'clock, so still heavy snow at least through the late morning hours. By the afternoon, here's 3 o'clock, we could still see some of those heavy snow bands to our south. Notice to the north, we start to see that snow tapering by 4 o'clock, and then tapering just a little bit as we head into the evening. Notice we could still see a few flurries late tonight, and then we start to see some lake effect snow. So that will definitely enhance our snowfall totals for portions of Will County, Cook County, and now we start to include Lake County with some of that lake effect snow late tonight and throughout the morning on Thursday. So we'll have to watch that for the Thursday morning commute, especially here in the city with that lake effect snow, but still system snow area wide to our south and northwest Indiana through 9 o'clock Thursday morning, and then finally starting to taper a little bit from the west to the east with that system snow by Thursday night. But we still have lake effect snow by 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, impacting Lake County, Cook County, perhaps even DuPage County by Thursday evening. So when it's all said and done, we should see around 1 to 4 inches across our far northern counties, maybe a little bit more across the eastern sections of Lake County as we start to see that lake effect snow moving in. About 6 to 10 along this corridor right here, including northern Cook County through DeKalb, DuPage, also in through portions of Kendall County, and then 12 to 15 plus. We could see some isolated totals near 18 inches, especially far to our south, including northwest Indiana, Kankakee County, perhaps even LaSalle County when it's all said and done. So definitely seeing the heaviest snowfall amounts across our far southern counties, the lesser amounts across our northern counties. 2 days. Today we have snow, Thursday we have snow, and then a dry stretch of weather, much needed dry weather, especially after this 1-2 punch much today and Thursday. The weekend is dry with sunshine, but the temperatures will stay cold, so no melting of the snow, at least in our near future. Skies will stay below freezing.
All right, thanks, Alicia. Right now I'm tracking several new crashes and spinouts to let you know about. We're going to start out here along I-90. Westbound Jane Addams at Route 59, not an area that's seen heavy snow, but we are still seeing a serious crash here. So as you push outbound at Route 59, watch for that. Also, Elmhurst, a couple of crashes coming into play here. Route 83 near 290, and then also as you head southbound on the 294 stretch, the tri-state here at St. Charles Road, a new crash just cropping up. That's in at least 2 lanes there on the tollway through Elmhurst. Down here in the southwest suburbs, down as you get toward I-80, we have some similar problems that have been here for quite a while. Southbound 55 at US 30 still have an issue there with a crash. Westbound I-80 at Harlem, semi off the road there into a ditch. And as we take a look in northwest Indiana, westbound at Indianapolis, westbound 8094, still seeing an earlier jackknife semi that needs to be towed there. Let's get you a couple of live looks outside as you start your day. Now, this is a beautiful sight. You see that yurt in the foreground, Patrick? It's full of salt. Gotta love it.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, and that's really busy here along I-88 as tollway crews and Naperville crews grab salt from there. I've actually been watching this camera because it's just the kind of gal I am, and it's been super busy there.
Now you just need a huge margarita glass to go along with it.
Well, yeah, let's not go there just quite yet.
Too early?
Patrick. We got to wait till noon.
All right.
Shift. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about current conditions. Yikes. And this is, of course, very serious. If you do have to go out, we've been telling you all morning, you really don't need to commute. If you don't need to, obviously you don't want to. Here we are looking down south. This is a look as you make your way through Homer Glen on Dixie Highway. So these main arterials, even worse than the tollways, worse than the expressways, complete snow cover here. So our thanks to Joe for getting us this look at what you're facing, Patrick.
All right, thank you, Kai. Well, coming up, we're going to keep covering this winter storm for you, but that's not the only weather news this morning.
Well, we could use some good news, so we're going to tell you about another highly anticipated forecast. Okay, we'll be right back.
When you live on an island, surrounded by warm, clear water, and a million ways to enjoy it, it's amazing you'll ever have time to come up for air. Key West. Close to perfect. Far from normal.
At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, we make every second count with a team of cancer specialists at our award-winning Chicago Breast Center, offering innovative procedures like microsurgery to reduce scarring for greater mobility. Call now.
Without Culligan filtration products, your appliance investments get watered down quickly. Water up with Culligan water filtration. Culligan, the only water that comes with a van.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile? So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once-weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Next, Kelly has an iconic guest host. Well, that's me. I don't want to brag. We're all new with Johnny Knoxville. Was your son shocked to learn that their dad was an idiot?
Today at 2 on NBC5.
This morning, a Today exclusive. Join Craig Melvin live at FedEx Field as the Washington football team reveals its new name for the first time. Plus, Craig talks with players on what this means for the team and for fans. This morning, only on Today.
We are continuing to keep a watch on today's snowstorm. Some people waking up in the dark as they deal with power outages. Snowplow drivers have been busy throughout the morning clearing the roads, and we have received dozens of school closures. Those are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. And Governor Pritzker has issued a disaster declaration allowing the National Guard to step in and help out. And people being urged to stay off the roads as conditions are expected to get worse throughout the day. In fact, let's go ahead and take a live look at the roads right now. This is on Dixie Highway toward Indiana, and you can see absolutely snow covered here. We don't see any blacktop at all as our storm chaser makes its way toward Indiana. Really tough conditions out there. Visibility continuing to decrease throughout the morning. So you want to try to stay home if at all, if you can. If you have to head out on the roads this morning, definitely take it slow out there. And Patrick.
That's right. And with the power outages, or in case you slide off or anything, make sure your phone is always fully charged in case your power goes out as well. You can always get the latest information on road conditions and snow coverage right on our website, NBCChicago.com, and the NBC5 app. You can also stream our newscast if your cable goes out as well.
Well, hopefully we'll get some good news today, because happening now, Punxsutawney Phil making his prediction for Groundhog Day 2022.
Well, the good news is with this storm, he probably won't see a shadow, and thus would give us 6 more weeks of winter, right? Isn't that how it works? Today is not the day we want more winter, of course. So let's take you out to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania live this morning. Hopefully they're getting the same storm, because we want to see a shadow, right? Or we don't want them to see a shadow.
Well, I'm looking at them partying right now. This is Gobbler's Knob. They have been hanging out all night long, waiting to find out if spring will arrive early. They're going to have a fireworks show. That's going to take place in just a few minutes. Look at all the people out there. Big turnout. We expect Phil to make his prediction later this morning around 8:20.
I think they got into that salt that Kai was talking about for the margaritas. They're having a good time already this morning.
Wow.
There is, besides Pennsylvania, there's also a celebration here in Illinois today. People are gathering in Woodstock to see Woodstock Willie's prediction. That's the one we're going to listen to. It's happening in Woodstock Square at 7 this morning.
Yeah.
There's no way he sees his shadow in the storm here, right?
Man, that would be tough. Hundreds of people coming together for a local tradition. This celebration honors the scene from the movie Groundhog Day that Bill Murray relives over and over and over again. Of course, that movie filmed right there in Woodstock.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that again.
Fingers crossed for an early spring. All right, well, coming up for us, we are keeping an eye on the latest weather conditions in your neighborhood and your commute.
Yeah, Sandra Torres is tracking road conditions right now. Hey, Sandra.
Hey there, Patrick. We are in the city here off of Randolph Street, overlooking the Kennedy, and as you can see, snow-covered roadways. Very wet and slick out there as you head out the door this morning. We'll have an update for you coming in a live report, but first, let's go to Kai.
And Sandra, looking down the road right now, we're tracking these basically essential commuting conditions. If you do need to be out, we are here for you, and things are a little bit rough. Metra reporting that there is weather impact to their system, but they are planning a normal schedule. You just may need to allow for some extra time. Later, Blackhawks playing at home at the UC. That game starts at 8:30 tonight, and we'll be back right after this here on NBC5.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
If you look around, you'll see the world can be pretty smart.
Sit down.
Actually, really smart. Good boy.
Where do you think you're going?
Smart move, Mom.
Wicked smart.
I think they get it. At Capella University, we thought your education should be smart too.
So smart it can work at my speed?
Yep.
You sure it can keep up?
Well, with FlexPath, you can finish the bachelor's in business degree you've started in 18 months for $18,000. Capella University. Don't just learn smarter.
My wife and I got in a wreck with our kids, and after that happened, we decided to call Learner and Row. The money that we got from the settlement was definitely life-changing, and it's helped us out so much.
Learner and Row are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.
What if, instead of worrying about being richer, or younger, or fancier, or anything otherier, we spent a little more time trying to be a little healthier? Because at the end of the day, healthy is really just another word for happy. Welcome to Dooley, a healthier approach to health and care.
Floor & Decor, my go-to to get it all. Tile, wood, stone, and laminate, they've got it. Installation materials, yep, and all the tools I need, they've got those too. More importantly, they've got my back with benefits and services I actually want, and a pro app that makes my job easier. Floor & Decor just gets it. That means I get more done.
At Floor & Decor, whether you're looking for everyday low pricing on in-stock job lot quantities and installation materials, or a powerful partner to help take your business to the next level, we've got you covered. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Hey, why don't you try these? This shape will highlight your cheekbones.
And the color suits you beautifully.
Caring for your eyes is as important as ever, and it's never been easier. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Now at 5:30, winter storm strikes. Heavy snow falling right now across our area, and there's more to come.
That's right. News team assemble. We have team coverage of everything you need to know, from the forecast to the road conditions, to help you stay safe and warm as the news at 5:30 starts right now. And right now, the snow is falling fast. A winter storm is covering the roads in our area, making for extremely treacherous travel conditions.
That's right. So here's what we know right now. A winter storm warning is in effect. Several schools are closed, although Chicago Public Schools did tweet that they do have classes today. So bundle the kiddies up and be careful out there. Also, a disaster declaration is already in place, and officials are urging people, if you can, do stay home. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Michelle Rutherford.
And I'm Patrick Fazio. We have several reports this morning to help you plan for what's to come still.
And our coverage begins this half hour with meteorologist Alicia Roman. Alicia, what are you seeing now?
I just want to show you how large this system is. It has rain to it, it has freezing rain, and it also has snow to it. And you can see a line of snow stretching from Quebec in Canada the whole way down here to Chicago and continuing past Wichita in through Denver with the snow. And to our south, we have rain in Cincinnati and freezing rain right now in St. Louis. We'll zoom in. I changed the colors of the map just so I can show you that fine definition of where the heaviest snow bands are right now. And you can see that's really indicated by the darker blue. So in through Grundy County, southern Will County, Kankakee County, and northwest Indiana, that's where we are finding some of those heavier snow bands at this time. And this will continue for the morning on and off until we start to see that snow tapering this afternoon. Temperatures are dropping too. We're down to 17 right now over in Woodstock, 19 degrees in DeKalb, and 25 right now at O'Hare. Visibility dropping as well. Visibility below 1 mile for some locations. So keep that in mind if you are heading out on area roadways, that visibility will be obstructed. I want to show you what we could see later this afternoon on top of what we've already had. So we've already seen 2, 3, 4 inches of snow. We will add to that Waukegan, perhaps 2 more inches of snow. Chicago by 5 o'clock this evening up to 5 inches, and perhaps an additional 8 over in Valparaiso. This is by this evening. More though for tomorrow. I'll have those details in a few moments, but now we'll send it to Kai.
And Alicia, right now a traffic alert westbound or outbound on the Jane Addams at Route 59 headed out through Hoffman Estates. 3 of 4 outbound Jane Addams lanes blocked there on I-90. So that's definitely an issue. Route 83 at 290. Elmhurst area making your way out there on the I-290 extension and the Kingery. Definitely seeing a crash there that's causing delays. And everywhere you look here, we're just seeing yellow, and that means those speeds are very slow. Normally at this time of the morning, we would see more green. Before we get to the times, let's go ahead and look outside live and check in with the Reagan Tollway. Here is a look at the tollway right at Highland as you make your way in through Downers Grove and approach the Oak Brook area coming in toward Myers Road. So actually a little better road conditions than we saw just even 20 minutes ago here on the Reagan. So definitely seen some progress out there. Of course, all the tollway Authority has all of their salt trucks and plows out as well. Let's do a couple of drive times here. In on the Edens is 24 from Lake Cook down to the junction. You're inbound Kennedy. It's 22 from O'Hare to downtown. In on the Ike, 33. Outbound is 35 out to 390. Stevenson inbound 27 minutes from the Tri-State to the Drive. In on the Ryan is 18. Inbound Ford and inbound 57 slower than normal, but still decent at 20 minutes there. That's a look at traffic. Patrick.
All right, Kai, we're going to keep checking in with you a lot because the snow is just going to keep on coming. And this morning, as Alicia mentioned, the impact is being felt much more in the south suburbs.
That's right. Our team coverage continues now with a look at that impact there and on the roads here in Chicago. So let's start things off with NBC5's Lisa Chavarria. Lisa, you are live in Oak Forest this morning for us. And yeah, we can see still coming down fast.
It is. And you know what, guys? The texture of the snow has kind of changed. Within the past hour or so, we saw almost sort of like sleet and grapple to sort of this fluffy stuff. So it's at least a little more comfortable, but you can see it's hitting me in the face here. But I want to show you what Cicero Avenue looks like. And we have seen plows coming through here throughout the course of the morning. But as you can see, it is just a mess out this way. The reason being is that the snow just keeps on coming down. So you can see as the vehicles, are going, they're taking their time, which is good. That is what we want to see people doing, but you really need to allow for that extra spacing because it is very slick out here. If we go ahead and look over to our right, you will see if we're able to see the light up there. So I want you to take a look at that snowfall and you can see how much of it is coming down this way. That is what we're seeing out here this morning. I want to show you what it looked like a little bit earlier elsewhere. So let's take a look. This is Tinley Park and Palos Hills. Kind of the same story that we've been seeing throughout the course of the morning as the snow continues just to come down. Now, we mentioned this a little earlier that in anticipation of this winter storm, Governor Pritzker issued a disaster declaration and activated about 130 members of the Illinois National Guard. And we did so to make sure that state resources are available to deal with these conditions. There are also going to be 1,800 IDOT vehicles out and about trying to help folks go through this. If you need to go to work, go to school, wherever it is you're going to get to your location safely. Now we're back out here live here in Oak Forest. And again, you can just see the snow continues to come right on down here. Although we're not seeing as much accumulation as we thought we would, but maybe with this type of snow, because now it's a little more fluffy, maybe it'll stick a little bit better. So you can kind of see where my feet are. So again, now we're maybe a little bit above my ankle, just to give you some perspective. That's what it looks like out here in the south suburbs. For more on what it looks like in the city, let's head over now to Sandra Torres. Sandra, what are you seeing out there?
Hey there, Lisa. Snow definitely coming down a little bit harder now here. We are off of Randolph Street in the Fulton Market area. We are overlooking the Kennedy. It is very windy. Traffic certainly picking up in this area. And the snow, although it is accumulating on the ground, on the roadways, it is just very wet. And of course, even though plows have gone through, they're just having a hard time catching up. And if you go further south even, if you look at Storm Chaser 5, our photographer Joe Miglio there driving, and right now he's on 8094 headed towards Indiana right now, telling us he's been driving in very dicey conditions. I just talked to him a few minutes ago and he said he was driving about 10 miles an hour and that even going at that slow pace, he had trouble braking. He was sliding at times, and so it's definitely tricky, and you want to allow for extra distance, extra space as you're driving out this morning. You may think that you're okay on the roadways, but you are not. And if you look at Bridgeport, from images we got from Bridgeport this morning, side streets are still untreated, but that's not stopping a bicyclist from braving the elements. Very Chicago morning there, as you can see. Our photographer George Mitzik captured these images off of 31st Street near Union. Now back out here live overlooking the Kennedy once again. The important thing is to really take your time this morning. Really, I think for me even, I did not expect the cities to be so bad, just hearing all the forecasts yesterday. But visibility was really bad this morning, driving in even around 3:30. So imagine how it is right now for drivers out there. Just something to keep in mind as you head out the door this morning. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, go warm up. Thank you, Sandra. And also, if you're heading to the airports, hundreds of flights have been canceled because of the storm here in Chicago. Right now, there are 299 canceled flights at O'Hare. We're also seeing 78 flights canceled at Midway. Still, average delays at both airports are less than 15 minutes right now, Michelle.
And right now, that storm has caused power outages for some people, but the numbers have gotten a lot better. 15 ComEd customers are without power. 30 NIPSCO customers are dealing with power outages. This number, though, it could go up throughout the morning as most of NIPSCO's customers are in those areas forecasted to get the most snow. If you need to report an outage, you can call 1-800-EDISON or 1-800-4NIPSCO. And of course, we have much more coverage on this winter storm online. You can track the radar and the temperatures. It's on our website, NBCChicago.com, and the NBC5 app.
It is now 5:38, and still ahead for us, we'll get an update from IDOT on what the roads are looking like right now as the snow keeps on falling.
That's right. You can see it out there right now live as we take a look here. Our storm team will break down all the details on what to expect as this morning goes along.
And Alicia, what's happening right now?
You know what? Our viewer, Joe Mokry, sent this photo in. This is 8 o'clock last night out in front of his house in Thornton. No snow on the ground. Then at 5 o'clock this morning, snow-covered roads. He's measuring about 5 inches of snow and still falling over in Thornton, Illinois. So we are still tracking that snow this morning. More snow to come, not only this afternoon, but even in through the day Thursday. I'll have those details coming up for you right after this.
Family fitter, bath fitter, schedule fitter, bath fitter, style fitter, bath fitter, you fitter, bath fitter. We install beautiful tubs that fit perfectly over your old one with no mess or demo. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. It just fits. Bath Fitter. Call now or visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Tickets are on sale now for the Chicago Auto Show. See the biggest variety of cars, plus experience indoor test tracks and outdoor test drives. See the future today at the Chicago Auto Show. Get your tickets and attendee guidelines at chicagoautoshow.com.
It's the Valentine's Day sale at the all-new Royal Pawn Chicago.
Gold chains, 14 karat, 10 karat, $99 and up.
Sterling silver rings starting at just $20.
Smart TVs and video game systems starting at $100. Pre-owned luxury watches from Cartier, Rolex, Vacherons, all on sale.
Gold and diamond jewelry from $99 to $9,900.
Sell us your gold or valuables.
Or make a loan on them. Royal pays cash. Save big at Royal Pawn Chicago.
The Winter Olympics begin February 3rd on NBC and Peacock.
Brought to you on NBC5 by North Shore University Health System. Healthcare for what's next.
Looking for incredible speed and a great value? Xfinity gives you both. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet. Plus, with Xfinity XFi, you get the amazing coverage, control, and protection you need. Call 1-800-596-4040 today. To learn more or get started with an amazing deal on Xfinity Internet for only $25 a month for 12 months. You'll get the best Wi-Fi for your home with fast speed to power all your devices. But that's not all. With XFi, you'll even get control of your home Wi-Fi network, see who's online, and even pause Wi-Fi to connected devices. Just call 1-800-596-4040. To get started with Xfinity Internet for just $25 a month for 12 months. And ask how to get XFi Advanced Security for free when you get the XFi Gateway. That's a $72 a year value. Get the speed you want and the value you want. All risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-596-4040. Xfinity. Simple, easy, awesome.
Well, we continue to follow this winter storm hitting our area this morning.
Right now, snowplows are trying to clear the streets, and the airports are trying to stay ahead of the snow, but it is coming down quickly.
Our storm team meteorologists are on top of all of this morning.
Let's start with Aisha Scott, who has the latest on the advisories and alerts. Hey, Aisha.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're starting off looking at some of those totals, and we've gotten some in already, and we're getting more numbers as that snow continues to fall. So Streeter, the last report, 7 inches inches of snow. Braidwood just over or just about 4.5 inches, just over 4.5 inches in Kankakee. Crest Hill about 4.2 inches, and Ottawa just over 3 inches of snow. So you can see the higher totals are farther to the south. We do have that winter storm warning in effect. That's for the areas in pink that you're seeing here until 6 o'clock this evening, and those areas in sort of that purplish blue shade, that's a winter weather advisory. Now we are expecting that snow to continue at least into the afternoon hours, but as I mentioned, the higher snowfall totals will be farther to the south. So I want to bring in meteorologist Alicia Roman, because Alicia, what are we seeing right now? I know you've been tracking some of those heavier bands.
Yeah, and we typically show a different color table when we show our live Doppler 5, but I switched it over just so you can see where some of those thicker and heavier snowfall bands are right now. So that darker blue is indicating that snowfall rate of potentially a half an inch to an inch, maybe a little over an inch an hour with our snowfall. So live Doppler 5 showing us we have some of that heavier snowfall bands now moving just south of Chicago. You see that darker blue right here. Also some heavy bands, just to our west in through portions of Kane, Kendall, and Grundy County, also over in LaSalle County, and continuing across portions of northwest Indiana. So in and out of some heavy snowfall right now for you down in Kankakee, but that will fill right back in. So this is what to expect for today. We have that heaviest snow that will fall early this morning and then gradually taper this afternoon. I still think a few flurries may linger later today before another round of snow moves in later tonight and throughout the day Thursday. Then we have lake effect snow to deal with for northeastern Illinois as we head into the afternoon. Right now I mentioned snowfall rates of a half an inch to an inch per hour, and definitely that's impacting the travel out there this morning. So the morning commute, definitely tricky. The afternoon commute could potentially be a little bit hazardous as well. And then looking ahead to Thursday morning's commute, still could see some problematic roadways out there for Thursday morning. So prepare for slow travel as you head out the door. I want to show you this picture of the city. You can see the snow falling, so definitely visibility is obstructed. So we'll show you where the visibility is right now at O'Hare. Midway dropping down below 1 mile right now. DuPage down below 1 mile, and visibility in Valparaiso down below 1 mile. Temperatures in the 20s and even right around 30 degrees in Valparaiso. So let's take you through our Stormcast model as we head hour by hour through the morning and into the afternoon. Notice from right now till about 11 o'clock, not much change, so still heavy snowfall at that time. Later this afternoon, we'll start to see some of that snow tapering, especially to the north and west, and then gradually tapering area wide. But you still see blue on the map, so I still think we could see maybe some lingering flurries. But notice this band. This is what we're going to see late tonight throughout the day Thursday. This is lake effect snow that will impact northeast Illinois tonight and throughout the day Thursday. Here's Thursday morning, so some lake effect snow for the morning commute here in the city. That potential will continue not only in the morning, but even into the afternoon. Still that system snow to our south, adding on to our totals in Kankakee, Newton, Jasper County, and northwest Indiana. By 5 o'clock Thursday evening, that system snow pushes off to the east. But look at this. We still have some lake effect snow to deal with. So if you live in Lake County, portions of northern Cook County, down through DuPage County, we'll be tracking some lake effect snow showers for you late into the afternoon and evening on Thursday, adding to those totals as well. Speaking of the totals, generally, we will see when it's all said and done, so what we have out there right now, and then adding more to that, 1 to 4 inches of snow across our far northern counties. Except for you in western Lake County, we may see higher totals because of that lake effect snow. Take a look at that sharp gradient. Notice that we will see perhaps in Cook County upwards of 10, 11 inches of snow because of lake effect, but to our west, maybe into DeKalb County, 5, 6 inches of snow. And then definitely to our south, that's where we will see a foot and a half of snow, maybe even some isolated spots across northwest Indiana, upwards of 18 inches of snow. So definitely a lot of snow to get through. Some of you will definitely see more than others when it's all said and done by the end of the day Thursday. 1-2 punch today and Thursday, and then it looks to be it for the next several days thereafter. We need some time to shovel out, and it looks like we'll do that by the weekend, Kai.
Yes, we will. Thanks, Alicia. Right now, westbound or outbound Jane Addams Tollway here at Route 50 59 heading out through Hoffman Estates, finally clearing. 3 out of 4 lanes were blocked here on the outbound side of the Jane Addams because a truck went into a wall and possibly lost part of its load. So at least it's getting better there. As we take a look down here in the central section of the commute, inbound Stevenson, a new crash at Kedzie. Southbound 294 at around 47th, right before the Hinsdale Oasis deconstruction. There is a new crash there. Southbound on 55 approaching US 30 down here through Plainfield. Earlier crash, clearing stages, still a problem and still some very heavy stuff as you make your way along that I-80 corridor. There is a new stalled semi here westbound I-80 94 right here at Torrance, crossing over to the Illinois side. Earlier jackknife semi that was here westbound closer toward Indianapolis has finally cleared. Let's take a look outside and check in with a tollway camera. I checked this camera about an hour ago in Lockport, so I wanted to look back here. 355 at Bruce Road. It's actually improved a little bit, but snow still coming down here in Lockport. So again, as you head down 355 right down toward I-80, you can see it's definitely a dicey situation. And as we get to the drive times, you will see that they are a little bit higher. Not too bad on the Edens and the Kennedy. It's really as you get down toward 55 and make your way on 57 that we are seeing these higher drive times. In on the Ike is 36 right now from 390. Your inbound Stevenson is almost 35, and a lot of that delay, Michelle, is because there is a crash there at Kedzie. And of course, these crews, they have to deal with the conditions too, even as they go out to these incidents.
That's right, Kai. We thank you so much for keeping us updated on these conditions. Really dicey out there on the roads. It's been all morning long, so we want to get an update now from the people who are trying to stay ahead of all of this snow.
Yeah, joining us now on the phone is Maria Castaneda from the Illinois Department of Transportation. Thanks for joining us, Maria.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on.
You got it. Good morning. Tell us some of the problem spots you guys are seeing out there.
Yeah, so like you said, definitely south of the city, it's definitely a lot more snow right now as you start heading closer up on the Edens. Snow is coming down, but it's not quite as heavy at this point. But one of the things that we do want to, remind people that if they are planning to get on the road right now, to expect a long and messy commute. And also remind people that even in areas that they don't see a lot of snow, that there's a lot of slick spots out there. So please slow down and drive for conditions. Even though it may look like you're okay, it could definitely be a lot more slick than you anticipate. Also, if you see our trucks out there, please give them room to work. In other words, don't plow the plow. The last thing we want to do if they get hit is pull them off the road on a day like today. So, and then the other thing is what's going to be a little challenging is as the wind picks up, you're going to have that blowing snow. So that's going to be an issue, especially later on today.
All right, Maria, all great reminders. And we've been hearing all morning from our meteorologists about just the rate of this snow coming down so fast, up to an inch per hour. Even one of our live reporters out there talking about seeing the plows make it through, and then the road is just as quickly covered up again. So how do you address that? Are there any adjustments that you're able to make to your routes, or how are you dealing with that?
Well, needless to say, today we have our full complement out there. We got over 6 out there working, so we're definitely out there on the routes. But again, as the day picks up and as more, cars get on the road, we're going to get stuck in traffic just like everyone else. So, again, if you don't have to be out there today, it might be a good day to work from home. But, if you do have to get out there, definitely give yourself a lot more room, a lot more patience, a lot more time, because, again, you're going to need that distance to be able to stop. The other thing is if you do find yourself in trouble, our ETP guys are out there as well to help you out. So definitely, be aware of that as well.
All right, good point. And also with the storm, we might see snow for a couple of days. How do you divide up your crews? Because you said you have all your crews out right now. How do you do that when this could be 48 hours worth of snow?
Yeah, definitely. Well, our crews has been all our trucks. So we do have shifts. So obviously as the snow tapers down, then those guys will definitely get rust. We're definitely in 24-hour mode right now, 24 hours until this is all done. But as you had said, this is really more of a marathon than a sprint. So we definitely have spaced it out. We're going to make sure that we're going to be able to get out there, over multiple days. Again, just take a little extra patience, especially if that drifting snow. It might take a little bit more time to clean this up as it's still coming down. But definitely just, if you do have to be out, give yourself that extra time, please, so that you can go slow for the distance.
All right, Maria Castaneda from the Illinois Department of Transportation, thank you so much for all the work that you do, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. And our winter storm coverage will continue for you after this break.
Yeah, and all morning long on the NBC Chicago app as well. And stay with us. We'll be right back.
At AmericanEagle.com, we've created some of the most complex yet efficient websites. That's because of an unfair advantage. Siraj, our speed guy. He took on a rescue mission for a major retailer's e-commerce site and found over 100 ways to shave load time. In fact, just now, he saved another 80 milliseconds. For web development, digital marketing, strategy, and more, talk to AmericanEagle.com. Don't just grow, soar.
Let's face it, tests matter when competing for college admissions and scholarships.
My Huntington team helped me increase my ACT score 6 points.
The high ACT score really helps with getting scholarships.
With the help of Huntington, I was able to increase my SAT scores by 280 points.
I worked with Huntington to increase my test score, and I got accepted into all 9 schools, and now I get to choose the one that I want.
The time is now. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN for tutoring and test prep.
Oh, there's no hot water.
Ew.
I'll call ABC.
Great, so it's done.
Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 70 years. Trust ABC and consider it done.
Living your life at its fullest means staying connected with friends and family. If you have hearing loss, iTech has amplified phones for your home and cell phone amplifiers at no cost to you. Stay connected at home or on the go. Learn more at itechtti.org.
When I was diagnosed with cancer, every minute counted. But one call was all it took to get in right away and start treatment within a week.
One call is all it took for me to get a team of doctors all in one location to help me with my cancer diagnosis.
My doctors used genomic testing to identify a targeted therapy to treat my cancer. One call is all it took to get the care I needed.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Call now.
Ready or not, the snow has arrived. We have you covered with everything you need to know, from road conditions to school closures as well.
That's right. And you can find those school closures there are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. However, Chicago Public Schools are open today. The snow plows, they have been out all night and all morning prepping the roads and clearing all of this snow, and that snow beginning to come down faster as this morning continues, and conditions out there on the road, well, they are deteriorating pretty quickly.
And let's take a closer look at the roads right now from our Storm Chaser 5. They're giving us a view from the driver's seat, allowing us to see just how bad the roads are out there this morning. Right now, he's on Klein Street near Hammond, Indiana, so stay inside and off the roads if you can. This morning's commute is expected to be a difficult one, and things are only going to get worse throughout the day, and we're going to have snow tomorrow as well. And our team coverage of the winter storm continues at 6 a.m.
That's right. We will continue to follow the very latest developments as these conditions out there continue to change throughout the morning. Stay right here with us. And we take another live look outside. This is the Bean with a blanket of snow, as is most of Chicago and points south and some points north, just not as bad as it is in the city and south. But we will have the snow totals for you, and Alicia will have the track of the storm as, you know, we make our way through this first round and get ready for round 2 tomorrow. Stay with us.